So please welcome to the stage, Jessica. It's all good.
I was gonna dance. And then I remember, someone said, come on, who was that? I just remembered I'm in my mid-30s. I forget sometimes. I dance like I'm still 21. And then I feel it in my whole body the next day. You ever ride a bull? Oh, go ahead, honey. She said that like she was riding a few other things. Okay. I'd like to think of myself as a professional mechanical bull rider. I started in college, and I never turned down the challenge. But a few weeks ago, I really wished I had turned down that challenge. It's like all of this, muscles that I didn't even know existed, hurt for 3 days. And I was just walking like this. That's why cowboys walk like that, because they're riding those bulls and horses. That's why they walk, because all this hurts. You just don't want to touch anymore. How is everyone doing tonight? You all sound like you're good. Some of you are like, But the reality is I don't actually care. Comedians ask you that question and you're supposed to respond with only one thing, okay? Good or woo or anything that sounds good. And it's nothing personal. It's not that I don't care about your problems in life. It's just I don't want to hear about them right now. Like this is not the time. When we come out, we're feeding off that energy. So we want you to be like, yeah, woo, I'm so happy. I hope you're funny, not, I mean, I had a wreck today. I was in traffic for half an hour because, you know, I live in Atlanta. My rent's late. Mortgage is a little higher than it's supposed to be. Taxes went up again. Did you know my taxes went up on my house? And I think that my husband's cheating on me because the baby's not mine. Like, I don't know. See, this is just not the time for that. That would ruin everything, wouldn't it? So I'm gonna ask you again, I want you all to lie to me and lie to me good, okay? Like we didn't just ask you earlier. How's everyone doing tonight? Yes! I don't feel like you're convincing with this. How's everyone doing? Okay, there it is. It's so good to be here, guys. Oh my goodness, this is always a wonderful audience. Doesn't Heather put on a fun show? Yes, who's ever been to more than this one? Who's seen these shows before? Oh, we got one. Okay, cool. So everyone else is new? Wow. Well, welcome to Laugh Lines and Stretch Marks. I have been working on my laugh lines, okay? And I've been getting stretch marks in places I thought I had to have a baby first. I was like, I thought this was with a baby. Oh, this is 30. Okay. People are like, just wait till you see 40, honey. And I got to give it up to you, a lot of people these days. Is there anyone here over 40, or is it anybody? Woo. Can you sound a little bit more excited, like you made it? Be glad Thank you. I need something to look forward to, because my parents ruined that whole thing for me. Like, my parents, I love them. They're going to hate it when they see this video, but they are like just two sticks in the same mud. Just boring. I love them dearly. Trying to get my dad to smile just takes so much work. It's like, come on, Dad, I'm taking a picture. He's like, I'm smiling. No, Dad, you gotta crease your lips a little. Oh, that's okay, so you don't have laugh lines. That explains so much, Daddy. I grew up in church. I think that's a part of it, although now church is like cool and hip. Anybody else grow up in church? Anybody? All right, give it up like you're in church. Pretend you're in black church. Yeah, great. The rest of you, back in the day, we would call heathens. But don't worry, because my mom recently was like, you got a baby yet? She asked me the day I got married, and I'm like, well, Mama, if I had a baby, right now that baby would have been born in sin, because you didn't want the church to know we was living together. So could you slow down so that all the little ladies at church won't start doing math? Like, now, they got married in November. This baby got here in May. It's a big premature baby. Like, The Lord is good, honey. It's Jesus. I didn't have a problem growing up in church. Music was fun. You know, we were happy. But there was a few things that I had a problem with. It was not that church wasn't great. It was that my parents worked at church. Like my dad was a deacon. Do we know what that is? Okay, good. Y'all, now we sound like we're in church. Yes. Jesus. And my mom was a piano player, which meant as children, we sat by ourselves like the whole time. And it was great. It was just a party in the pew. Well, we didn't know, because, you know, sometimes kids are stupid. I love kids, but sometimes, like, what were you thinking, honey? Oh, you're 5? Is that your excuse? No. If your mom is a piano player, I mean, she sits at the front of the church, which means she sees everything. We grew up in a small church. Like, they don't dim the lights on the congregation, okay? Everything is as bright as everything else. So when we were in church, if we started doing things we weren't supposed to be doing, I'd look up and see that mama face, and I'd look at my little brother, Josh, stop. She's looking at you. My other brother was the good one. I was the one who looked good when you saw me. Can't say much for if you turned around. So you look up and you see my mom just angry, and she's like, okay, we grew up in the generation where you still got spankings. Like, oh, go ahead, honey. She was about to get, well. And I bet you never went to jail, did you? That's right. They kept us out, but we weren't the generation where you went and picked your own switch. My parents just picked out the one for you because they already knew how this worked, and they would put it under the chair so you could look under the chair anytime you needed a reminder to sit your behind down. And this would just carry on. It wasn't just when we were in the pews. One day we had this special preacher who came, and it was one of those preachers who like puts their hand on your head and you just like hit the floor. We had one of those preachers. And my mom told us, you're going up to get prayer because you need Jesus. I was like, you made me get saved at 5. I felt like I had Jesus okay, yes, ma'am. So you get up there, and the preacher puts his big hand on your little 9-year-old head, and you realize that your neck muscles are not that strong yet. So the man is pushing me down. I'm like, no, sir, this is not supposed to be happening. I'm not the one. No, you got the wrong one. What are you doing? What? So once I get on the floor, I'm getting ready to get up like, listen, it's not me. You got the wrong person. But he laid me right beside the piano. So as I went to tell my mom he was incorrect, she looked at me and said, I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to lay back down then. And since no one told me when to wake up, I stayed the whole service. That was one of the best naps I ever had. It was a holy nap. Just word and scriptures all around me. They brought me a little blanket too. It was nice. It was very nice. The day that I realized my mom might be just a little crazy was the day she was no longer behind the piano. They had a special service, which meant they got to sing with a tape. And so she's standing up front with like 2 or 3 other people. Again, small church, small choir. And the situation was one that I'll never forget. But before I tell you, I'm actually going to just walk you through this experience. Can we use our imaginations, people? Okay, great. I want you to pretend that right now your name is Jessica or Larkin. That's my older brother. It's a weird name, I know. Or Joshua. My name is going to be Effie, okay? And we're all sitting there in the middle of a beautiful service. And she starts to sing a song. Let's pretend the song was Amazing Grace. It was a long time ago, so that's the song we choose. This moment went something a little like this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch. Larkin, Jessica, and Joseph, y'all sit down. Like me, like she kept singing like nothing happened. Like the whole church didn't turn around to see who was in the back. Like what y'all did earlier when I laughed out loud. on the Plenty of Fish. I met my husband on Plenty of Fish, by the way, so it worked out. He was not a killer. I'm still here. We'll see if anything changes. It's been a while. So yes, growing up in church, it was very difficult dealing with these extra Christian parents, and we weren't even like one of those denominations. We were like non-denominational. I'm like, this is the fun one. Why are you so strict on me? And it made my life difficult. Like my future dating life was ruined in childhood because my mom wouldn't let me have friends if they didn't believe in Jesus. The term, "is he saved?" used to haunt me. I hated it when she said that to me. I was coming home one day to tell my mom about a new friend I made. And I'm like, "Mommy, I made a friend." And she's like, "Well, is she saved?" We were in the sandbox, so the question didn't exactly come up at the time. Like, I'll try again tomorrow. I'm sorry, I don't know. I couldn't have a crush on anybody. I came home to tell Mom about my new crush. I'm like, "Mommy, I met a boy. He's so cute. Is he saved?" Well, see, we were going down the slide, and I was first, and I just felt like that wasn't the appropriate time to be like, "Yes, are you saved?" Because my mama said, it just doesn't come up on the playground, Mama. I'm sorry, there's just other things going on. And my mom told me that she wanted me to pray for my husband. She said, "We prayed for your husband before you even got here. And now it's time for you to start praying for your husband too." I'm like, "Mom, I'm 9 years old. I was just trying to pray to get to 5th grade because, some of these kids are mean. Like, can we just pray about some other things first? I don't know, high school, college, getting a job, just getting out of this house." It's funny, now that I'm not single, I look back at my single life and I laugh. I got it, like this last comedian had me rolling because she was telling so much truth. I used to date for food. And I know I'm not the only one. And I know there's a few guys trickled in here and they're looking at me with judgment like, "Oh, you were one of those." Well, yes, I was. Because it tastes good when I pay for it, but it tastes so much better when you do. Can I get a witness, ladies? Have you ever had a steak for free? If the cat wasn't happy before it got on this plate, it is happy now, okay? Now that I finally have the husband, it's like nothing else that I do in life matters. I'm like, "I'm so glad you're happy for me, but what about my successful comedy career? I went to Hollywood once. Are we gonna, that doesn't, okay, great. So we just care about the wedding pictures." So I exploit my marriage, y'all. I'm like, "Oh, I'm not getting enough likes. Let me put my husband on there," and boom. "Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Like, good. Come to the next comedy show. Cool, yeah." I must say, I love being married. No, I didn't pray for him when I was 9 years old, but I feel like it worked out. I met him by accident because, again, I was just trying to get the free food. And even though online has killers and creepy people, it also has plenty of guys who will wine and dine you. And I'm not even like an expensive wine and dine. Take me to Willie's. Like, I just need 2 tacos and some chips and I'm happy. Okay, we're good. Like, in fact, it's good too because then you get those guys who expect something. So if you spend like $100 on me, it's gonna be hard to walk away with just a hug. Willie's, good night. Like, you don't even get a kiss. I point to you. See you next time, or not. Again, a lot of first dates, not a whole lot of second. One of the fun facts about my husband, he's what we would call extra white. And I know a lot of you are like, "Wait, what?" Yep, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. I might be chocolate, but my baby is all the way vanilla. Like, there's no other flavors hiding in there because we can't find them. Like, I'm like, "Are you sure you've got Cherokee in your family?" Mm-hmm. He's a redhead, or what they call a ginger, although I've never put him. Oh, is there a ginger in the back? Hey, honey, you guys are so pretty. They hit like a really good place at 20. That's when you realize, oh, well, hello. Some of my redheads back in high school, I see them now, I'm just like, time has been good to you, honey. Mm-hmm. My husband has taught me so many things. Like when you marry outside your race, you learn so much about others. And one thing I've learned is sunscreen. Like that is apparently a thing. Like is that a thing? What is that? And I mean, I've heard of like, okay, get an SPF 15, 30. My husband is an SPF 100 with a t-shirt on top. And if he misses one or the other, he will turn into a lobster. And I gotta throw him back in the sea and see what happens. He is such an awesome guy. We have a lot of fun together. The only thing is I'm a little bit older than him. I'm not like a cougar. I'm more like a puma or a jaguar. Something like tiger. I don't know. And one of his nicknames for me is Grandma. And I'm like, I don't think that that's supposed to be what you think it means. But I've met some pretty fly grandmas. So I'll take it. Do we have any grandmas in the house? Oh, and they said it like they're happy about their grandchildren. But there was one in the back, she's like, I'm only telling you this, but my child is failing at life, so I don't really want to claim those kids right now. I don't even know if that's their kid. I know we got a lot of ladies in here in relationships. Do we have any single ladies? Yes. No. I need y'all to do better. Listen, if you enjoy your single life, you will enjoy your married life. Clap like you're happy about it. Where's my single ladies? That's better. I have some advice for you to close this thing out, okay? If you're looking for the one, they're out there. Be patient. I just told you about my husband. He is a little bit younger, and it works out. So if you're waiting on that one, just keep waiting and keep in mind that they just might not be born yet. So just keep believing, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jessica. It's all good, and it's been real good. Y'all have a great night.